Good afternoon and welcome to Urban Review, brought to you by the Center for Urban Youth and Family Development, the organization that's helping youth navigate life one step at a time. As you know, the Center for Urban Youth and Family Development is dedicated to working with youth that are in and transitioning out of the foster care system. In our Step Beyond program, we focus on giving youth 7 key characteristics that they can work together to give them the opportunities to succeed in life. First, we believe in character. Character is manhood or womanhood and the values that you carry forth in your life. Secondly, we believe in education. You have to have a good education in order to move forward. Third, perseverance. You need perseverance and the ability to stick to it and not give up in order to move ahead. And next, we believe in uplift, and that is lifting while you climb. So if you have character plus education plus perseverance and you're lifting while you climb, and you take those 4 attributes and multiply them times, first of all, friendship, because you have to have a good, strong network. It's not always about what you know. Sometimes it's who you know. And then you have to have love, and you first of all have to be able to love yourself before you can love anyone else. And if you love yourself, you won't abuse yourself, you won't let anyone else abuse you. And last but not least, you must know the truth. In our opinion, the truth is the Word of God, no matter where it comes from. It can come from the Holy Bible if you're a Christian, it can come from the Quran if you're a Muslim, it can come from the scrolls if you're Jewish, it can come from the Tao if you're Hindu, but it is the Word of God. And if you take character plus education plus perseverance and uplift and multiply that times friendship, love, and truth, you'll get the 3 things that everybody wants out of life, and that's peace, happiness, and prosperity. Today, at the Center for Urban Youth and Family Development, we have a lot of exciting things going on. First of all, we just signed and negotiated and signed a contract with the men of Omega Psi Phi Fraternity International Headquarters, and that's the organization and fraternity that I'm a member of. And we just signed a contract with them to function as our lead sponsor for this year's Prostate Cancer Survivors Golf Outing, which is scheduled to take place at Idlewild Golf Course. That's 5 Mile in Levan in Livonia, Michigan. And it will take place on August the 17th. We have a shotgun start at 8 o'clock a.m. And for only $50, that's right, $50, you'll be able to play in this wonderful golf outing. And that $50 includes 18 holes with a cart, lunch at the turn. We have an A and B flight and a survivor's flight for both men and women. We will also have a longest drive contest, closest to the pin contest. We will have a big skins pot. You will get lunch at the turn and a full banquet dinner afterwards. So if you're really interested and you're a good golfer or not, just come on out and have some fun with us on August the 17th at Idlewild Golf Course at 8 o'clock a.m. And we ask you to give a call to our facility at 313-340-3101 if you're interested in having tickets. Once again, that's 313-340-3101, and we will be able to give you ticket information. And also watch for our advertising and information on our website, which is cuyfddetroit.org. You can also look us up on Facebook. That's the Center for Urban Youth and Family Development. Check us out on Twitter at CUIFD Detroit. And we also, I think, do a little bit of Instagram. So watch for us, watch for the advertising, and once again, if you want to call in and get information, the number is 313-340-3101. And if you'd like, you can call in today to the show, and our number here is 313-868-5787. 4336 or 313-868-0351. And now, I'd like to introduce one of our guests for today, and that's a person that has been hiding behind the scenes, helping us produce the show and getting all the technical parts together and helping us with all of the directions and the production. And this person also serves behind the scenes at the Center for Urban Youth and Family Development, but actually out front often. And he's our program director and also my son, Mr. Marcel Arbuckle Jr. So say hello, Marcel.
Hello.
All right, we're glad to have you here on the show. And we'll let you tell the audience a little bit about yourself and your role at the Center for Urban Youth and Family Development.
Thank you. I am Marcel Arbuckle Jr., the Program Director for the Center for Urban Youth and Family Development. I've been working there for about 8 years now. I started after college. I took kind of a backseat role, doing most of the Twitter and Facebook and setting that stuff up. And as time went on, I transitioned to program manager and then program director. And so currently I maintain our social media, I build and maintain our website, and I also do a lot of things behind the scene, answering emails, performing workshops, conducting the Summer Youth Employment Program. I'm kind of the sword to your knight. You go out and make the deals, and I kind of perform. So.
That's fantastic, and it's been really a pleasure working with you, and I hope we continue on down the path. It's always fun, interesting, and exciting when you work with your family. And one of the things I had to learn how to do was to leave the office at the office and not take it everywhere we go. And we'd be out for a meal or something, and I want to discuss business. So that was fun, having a learning experience with my son. But one of the things that he has really been involved in is helping us carry out our mission of the Step Beyond program, which is our summer youth employment program. And for the past several years, actually the past 7 years, we've been able to conduct that program. And we've touched over 300 youth. We were fortunate enough to have a program evaluation completed by Wayne State University just 2 years ago. And at that time, of the students that had been in our program, we found that our impact was that our students were going off to college at a rate of 3 times the national average. And that was a tremendous boost because one of our key objectives was to focus on higher education for this population. One of the things that we learned is that only 2% of the youth that are transitioning out of foster care were transitioning into college. And that 65% of the young men who transitioned out of foster care were transitioning into prison. 45% of the young women were transitioning into homelessness and substance abuse, prostitution, and not having an opportunity to get a higher education. And thanks to a grant, not a grant, but actually a lawsuit, a class action lawsuit that was filed on behalf of youth transitioning out of foster care by the Annie and Jim Casey Foundation, we were able to make some impacts and across the various states. And here in the state of Michigan, now youth that are transitioning out of foster care have an opportunity to go to college, basically cost-free. If you've been in the system for 1 day past your 15th birthday, then you have an opportunity to take advantage of the Fostering Futures grant and go to college utilizing their scholarship funds. So that was a tremendous thing, a tremendous step forward. And we found that since that legislation has taken place, several institutions, including Wayne State with its TIP program, Western Michigan, Eastern Michigan, Michigan State, the University of Michigan, and Central Michigan have all developed specific programs focused on providing support and assistance to youth that are in and transitioning out of the foster care system as they attend their institutions. And as a result, there has been almost a 7% increase in the number of young people that transition out of foster care that have an opportunity to go on to college and seek a higher education. And our Step Beyond program focuses on several key areas. One is substance abuse prevention, because substance abuse is a high risk factor for young people who attempt to go to college and then fall into victims of substance abuse. And we found that studies have shown that youth that are transitioning out of foster care, because of the high level of stress that they deal with, are at a higher risk of becoming substance abusers. Another thing that we focus on is having each student develop a 5-year life plan. And that plan details each step and each phase of life that the young person should be at on a monthly basis for the next 5 years. And it gives them an opportunity to put some detail behind their vision of going to college. It gives them an opportunity to be specific as far as what institutions they're going to be in, what classes they're going to take, what time they're going to be going on spring break and Thanksgiving vacation and Christmas vacation, and all of those types of things, and when they should be applying for their financial aid, when will spring break be taking place, when will midterms and finals take place, and all of that is mapped out. And so the young person has an opportunity to be able to look at their map and determine if, am I at the spot that I'm supposed to be at this point in time, and if I'm not, then I can make adjustments to my life, my lifestyle, to get back on track to where I want to be. So the 5-year life plan is a key element of the program. And then some of the things that Marcel provides during the summer program is the Lifeline Suicide Prevention and the teen parenting program. And you might want to talk about that a little bit, Marcel.
Yeah, so actually last year was our first year doing the Lifeline Suicide Prevention Program, thanks to a suicide prevention grant from the Detroit Women Mental Health Authority. And what Lifeline Suicide Prevention provides is about a 6-session course in suicide awareness, suicide prevention techniques, teaching youth who to tell, how to talk to friends about it, and also wraps up with some mental health quality workshops, that help teens to deal with some of the stressors that come with graduating high school and going to college and things of that nature. And then the Power Source Parenting Program, that one helps youth that are parents and youth that are prospective parents learn some mindful techniques about how to deal with children, how to deal with the people around them, such as mothers, fathers, friends, baby mothers or baby fathers, and how to deal with those people and kind of take a whole community approach to raising a child. And it really, the youth really like it, and I think it really has an impact on them.
That's fantastic, and it has been a tremendous success in the past years. In fact, one of the things that we do with the Teen Parent Program is to assign each teen a stuffed animal that we then ask them to name and ask them to maintain and treat this stuffed animal as if it were their child for a 2-week period. And actually a 6-week period, and we find that it's kind of fun and intriguing, and obviously we've had over the years somebody that's lost their child and so forth, but we've been able to help teach them the responsibilities associated with parenthood, as well as Marcel indicated, some techniques to deal with being a parent and dealing with the individuals around you, and also dealing with things like disciplining your child and being able to help your child develop a sense of confidence and so forth and so on. So we are really, truly enjoying working together and sponsoring the Center for Urban Youth and Family Development and keeping it on the roll, and having my family support me in this endeavor, especially my son, is really, truly an outstanding thing. So thanks a lot, my friend.
Appreciate it.
And we've got a lot more things going on with the Center for Urban Youth and Family Development and some of our upcoming activities. So after this brief commercial break, we'll come back and we're going to share some more information with you about something that we have coming up this Friday. Actually, tomorrow on April the 27th, we'll be sponsoring our Evening of Jazz and Soul Part 2. So after this brief commercial break, we'll be coming back and giving you some more detail about that.
You will love your Avis Ford, because at Avis Ford, we make it easy to get you your no money down monthly payment right over the phone. We call it Shop by Phone, and it's the best way we know to get you your payment options fast. You want leather and a sunroof? How about an upgrade to all-wheel drive? Just give us a call.
Welcome back. And one of the big things that we've got going on this coming Friday, or actually tomorrow, we will be having our Center for Urban Youth and Family Development Evening of Jazz and Soul Part 2. Part 1 was last year, where we featured Isis DeMille, and this year on Part 2 we're going to be featuring, first of all, jazz saxophone soloist Utley Reed, and then Miss Mashawn Young. And the event starts at 7 o'clock p.m. There's open seating, so you want to get there around 6:30, because the concert will start exactly at 7, and it'll be located at the Charles H. Wright Museum of African American History here in Detroit, and that's located at 315 East Warren Avenue, and it'll be in the General Motors Theater. Tickets are available at our website. That's cuyfddetroit.org. Once again, that's cuyfddetroit.org. Or you can call. Our phone number is 734-377-0087, and that's my cell phone number, so you'll get to talk to me personally. Or you can call 734-306-5667. And that's Marcel's cell phone number, and you'll get to talk to either one of us, and we will make sure that you have tickets. But tickets will also be available at the door, and the cost of a ticket is only $20. And you will get to hear some outstanding jazz and soul. And in fact, we're going to give you just a little bit of a sneak preview by letting us do a video of one of the top hits by Mashawn Young. So we'll ask our technical people to cue up the song and let it rip.
I've had a hard day at work. It's been a long and rough. Glad it's over. It's the end of the day. 'Cause I've about had enough. I'm on my way to see that man. There's nothing that can relieve my tension like he can. Oh, love on me tonight. Love on me tonight. Love on me. I want you. Love on me. All this stressing has gotten to my head. Nothing like a good distraction to help me forget the way he talks to me. So sweet, so soft and slow. And when
Woo! Oh my goodness. This is going to be a phenomenal experience tomorrow night. You have got to be there for an evening of jazz and soul featuring Miss Mashawn Young. That is tomorrow night, April the 27th. The doors open at 6 o'clock p.m. The show starts promptly at 7 o'clock p.m. And the place is the Charles H. Wright Museum of African American History. That's 315 East Warren Avenue, right here in the Motor City, Detroit, Michigan. Come on down to the Charles H. Wright Museum and have yourself an experience. And I will go on the line to tell you what I've been telling other people as I approach them to buy a ticket. And that is, if you like Anita Baker, you will love Mashawn Young. I'm telling you, she is outstanding. She was just on the cover of the top R&B hip-hop magazine in Europe, fresh off of a tour in London. And I'm telling you, this will be a phenomenal experience. The tickets are only $20. If you like to get your ticket in advance, look at our website, cuyfddetroit.org, or give us a call at 313-377-0087. That's 734-377-0087 or 734-306-5667, and we will get you set up with some tickets. And if you don't have time to do that, just come on down to the Charles H. Wright Museum, 315 East Warren Avenue, 6 o'clock p.m. tomorrow, and we will have a ticket ready and waiting for you at the door. Tickets are only $20, so please come on out. Another couple of items of note that are going to be happening is on May the 1st, next Tuesday, the Michigan Prevention Association will be hosting Advocacy Day in East Lansing at the state capitol. If you would like to participate, just come on up to East Lansing, and that will be in Lansing, Michigan at the state capitol, and we will be meeting in the library, in the legislative library, and come on up, and we will have lunch. We're going to feature Scott Greenleaf, who is leading the charge here in the state of Michigan to prevent and opposition to the legalization of marijuana for recreational purposes. And no, they're not fighting to stop folks from being able to use the medical marijuana, but we don't think that it should be available for recreational use, and that will be one of the key objectives. But this will be an opportunity for you to sit down and speak with your legislators, to meet with your state representative and your state senators, and share your feelings in regard to issues that impact substance abuse prevention, treatment, and recovery. So once again, that is on May 1st with the Michigan Prevention Association. Also, we have launched our training series of Lifelines at Voyager Consortium, or Voyager College Preparatory Academy, and things are going quite well over there, so we're really enjoying our experience in working with Dr. Atkins and the youth over at Voyager, and we'll give them a shout out, especially to the boys basketball team, who for the first time in history were the league champions in basketball this year, and they ultimately fell in the playoffs to the mighty River Rouge high school team, but they did quite well, and the team actually went 27-1. So we give them a shout out, and we're very proud of them. We also would like to acknowledge the support that we've received from the folks at Hartford Memorial Baptist Church. They have been a tremendous support to the Center for Urban Youth and Family Development and the work that we do with substance abuse prevention, and also working with the community to provide information on healthy lifestyles and focus on health care and other community action activities. One of the community action activities that we have been involved in is the launch of our community coalition, the Coalition for Urban Youth and Family Development. And in doing so, we've partnered with the Detroit Association of Black Organizations, Reverend Horace Shetfield and his team over at DABO to develop this community coalition and to work within those zip codes to develop a drug-free community and address the issues that impact our community as it relates to substance abuse, treatment, and recovery. So we're very excited about working with that group. And as we wrap things up, once again, I'd like to thank Marcel Arbuckle, Jr.
Thanks for having me.
It's a pleasure to have you on the show, and it's even a greater pleasure for us to have an opportunity to work together as father and son. I know every now and then it gets challenging, but that's something that I guess we can write a book about and give some suggestions on how to make that better. But thank you so much for all that you do. We really appreciate you, and we're glad to have you. And as we get ready to wrap up this show, we'd just like to close out as we always do. First of all, reciting the poem that Mr. Nelson Mandela recited each day of his incarceration for 27 years in order to motivate and stimulate himself, the poem Invictus. Out of the night that covers me, black as a pit from pole to pole, I thank whatever gods there be for my unconquerable soul. And in the fell clutch of circumstance, I have not winced nor cried aloud. And under the bludgeoning of chance, my head is bloodied but unbowed. Beyond this place of wrath and tears looms but the horror of the shade, and yet the menace of the years finds and shall find me unafraid. For it matters not how strait the gate, how charged with punishment the scroll, I am the master of my fate and the captain of my soul. And then also, I'd like to give you these last words of encouragement as we close out this pilot project, and that is, when you're up against some trouble, meet it squarely face to face. Plant your feet, set your shoulders, lift your chin, and take a brace. And if the worst is bound to happen in spite of all that you can do, you may fail, but you may conquer, see it through. Black may be the clouds about you, and your future may seem grim, but don't let your nerve desert you. Keep yourself in fighting trim. And if the worst is bound to happen in spite of all that you can do, remember running from it will not save you, so see it through. Even hope might seem but futile when with troubles you're beset, but remember, you're simply facing what other men have met. So if you fall still fighting. Don't give up whatever you do. Keep your eyes to the front, your head high to the finish, and see it through. Thank you for watching Urban Review.